Hello, everybody. You're watching another episode of FunSmiths International. So today we're doing our top five favorite movies of 2019 so far because that's a, these are the ones that not the best the ones that we've seen so far. Kind of at the point that we're making this. I mean, by the time you watch it, I don't know how many movies will be out, and obviously our taste will change, and obviously you know. Not every movie that we've seen or that without is gonna like this. We'll still do one at the end of the year for our favorites of the whole year period. This is just we wanted to do this because we felt so bad about we haven't made videos in a long time, and we definitely didn't want to talk just about what our favorite ones were so far, but just like with our five favorites of 2018 or you know, our like 12 favorite 2017. You know, our taste may change and the order may change as we watch more movies. Especially since we are going to do another one at the end of the year. So this isn't really set in stone, but right now this is what I think were our top five favorites though so far. So I'll just jump right in. Number five, The Secret Life of Pets 2. So this was a great sequel to an already great animated movie, but it was an animated movie that, of course, I thought really didn't need a sequel because it was such a good standalone movie. But of course, we do live in an age where everything that's popular pretty much gets a sequel. With that said, though, this was a great sequel. Though it did everything that a sequel is supposed to do. It added some good new characters that kind of held us down the old ones and build them, and dig deeper in the emotions, though, expanding the story, expanding the universe they created, and those characters that they've created, and a good balance of the old characters and the new characters, both. But one of the new characters was, of course, this big farm dog. He's the farm watchdog, voiced by Harrison Ford. It's supposedly this was Harrison Ford's first ever voice acting role, or at least in a movie. I find it a little hard to believe that he's never done a voiceover ever his career. Not even like I guess appears on The Simpsons or a commercial. I'm not looking more into that though, but at least for like an animated movie, yeah, this was his first ever without the run an animated movie supposedly. And if I'm wrong about that, too, you can feel free to correct me. And it's kind of funny that that the Harrison Ford will do a movie like this, but yet we can't get him to do another Star Wars movie. Or maybe he will actually show up after all episode 9. He knows he might surprise us all. Of course he did Blade Runner recently, but I don't know if they're gonna do another one of those. And if they do, I, I don't know if he'll actually come back for that. He is doing another Indiana Jones though next year, which I'm excited about and looking forward to. But yeah, of all the new characters, I definitely like him the best. Of course, I like Tiny and Pickles too, which you probably see them in some of the eyes. They're just adorable. Tiny's like Tiny, and then what's the name of the I forgot the name of the character that he probably plays, but he's probably like his boss is like nobody cares, and it's just hilarious. And it reminds me a little bit of the way our dogs interact with each other. Uh, of course, our dogs aren't in the same age range as those. They're more close to the age range than those two were, but still, they still reminds me though. So of course, most of the original cast came back to reprise their roles as the characters, except for Louis C.K., who played the voice of Max, the main character in the previous film. He was replaced with Patton Oswalt because he because yeah, he was. A lot of you probably are know that he got me too. He got us in trouble. Uh, so he was opposed to Patton Oswalt, who did a great job. I actually didn't even recognize that it was Patton Oswalt though doing the voice until then. I kept thinking, I know that voice, I recognize that voice. Who is that? And when I saw that it was Patton Oswalt, I was like, oh, I felt so stupid because it's like I should have realized it. Of course, it's Patton Oswalt. He has a very recognizable voice. It's funny too. I recognize Harrison Ford's voice like the second he started talking. He has a very distinguishable sounding voice. But all the rest of the cast came back. Of course, Danny Carvey came back to play his character. I forget the name. I apologize. But he was funny. Of course, again, Kevin Hart came back as Snowball the bunny. He was of course funny again. Eric Stone from Modern Family came back as Duke the big dog that lived with Max. Jenny Slate came back as what is her name? Chloe. No, Chloe's the cat. No, see, I forgot her name too. But you know the dog that likes Max. I forget her name. Yes, I'm trying to remember that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to remember the names of some of these characters. Uh, Tiffany Haddish came back as the voice of Chloe, and they were all funny, of course, once again. And uh, I'm glad they brought most of the original cast back. Plus, I just some good new characters. With the best one, of course, being Rooster, like I said. And this movie actually had a rather great moral about about not being afraid to take some risk in life. That's definitely something I think we got to relate to myself, especially. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna move on to number four, the Lego Movie 2. So this movie was once again a great animated sequel, and it's hard to top the first Lego movie, and also Lego Batman too, which was technically not the sequel. It was a spin-off. But Lego Batman was great too. But this one pretty much topped both of them, in my opinion. Because this one won up the humor and all the jokes were like way more hilarious and all the pop culture references and you got most of the original voice actors characters came back. Chris Pratt came back, of course, and Ferris came back, and they were all really funny. But the story was really good, and it helped us expand the characters once again. And it was a good news story, and you know, this movie actually had a really great message about like people that think differently than us, that disagree with us, aren't our enemy, and we can disagree with them, we can think a little differently than them, see the world a little differently. We can still come together and talk to each other and be friends. Yes, a movie like that presents this message. A movie that it's a fun animated movie for kids, and yet this movie presented a message of unity like way better than most adults have lately. Especially our politicians. I mean, this movie is teaching us more than our politicians. But I said this for a long time. But I think we learn a lot from watching. I think we should start watching movies uh, more in school. But I'll talk more about that as we get more into the video. But yeah, yeah, adults come over for this movie though. See, this movie teaches something that a lot of adults can't even grasp. I mean, or they're not willing to grasp, or they want to do it. They don't want to talk to people that they disagree with. They don't want to come together. And of course, I said this before in other videos that we need to talk to one another. We need to work together. We don't need and try to get along with each other. We don't need to be in a world that's so divided. And but I thought it was great that this movie seriously uh, presented that message though, and I think that's one thing that helped it make the list. Is that I watched that, I was like, wow, this movie is explaining more about what's going on in the world right now than than our politicians and most real life people. I mean, are doing. I mean, like this movie did. Okay, that said, number three, Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel was a great kind of backstory to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, kind of explaining how a lot of it got started, and while at the same time also tying directly with with the previous films, and then and then more specifically in game, building right up to in game. And Brie Larson was great as Captain Marvel. She gave a great performance, and I loved her backstory as well as it, to kind of with the backstory of kind of how Shield, you start working with Avengers, and really how Nick Fury got the idea for the Avengers, and then it even explains how Nick Fury uh, got his eye patch too, and how he lost his eye, and it's actually hilarious too in the movie. And but yeah, Brie Larson just gave an awesome performance, and this movie really dived into what it means to be a hero, and with the case of Captain Marvel, she had these powers and she didn't really know where they came from or what they were for. She just had them, and she's by herself. She's figuring out who she wants to be, the way how she wants to use them, and so yeah, it's someone just starting out, trying to figure out what it really means to be a hero, and how they want to do that, and you can definitely relate that to real life. And with that said, that actually brings me to number two, Shazam. So this movie was hilarious to start that off, and Zachary Levi gave a great performance, as well as the kid that played Shazam. Whose name I forgot, I apologize. He gave a really good performance too. Uh, they both were very important in kind of just portraying the character, the show that you know, just like Captain Marvel, it's shown what it means to be a hero, and it's like with Captain Marvel, it was like it was kind of like she hadn't just she hadn't just gotten the powers though, but she's learning more about them, more about where she came from, and trying to figure out what she wants to do with them from there. Well, with Shazam, it was like he just got the powers, and he really has no clue what to do. He doesn't know that much about being a superhero, um, really at all. But this one really, I thought hit it really hard and nailed what it means to be a hero, even more than Captain Marvel did. It's great Captain Marvel presented that. This one really nailed it, and it was like about the struggle you have when you first start out, and how that can pertain to real life is that obviously people in real life don't have superpowers, but in real life we can all be superheroes in our own way. It's just how we choose to live our life, though. Um, so that's kind of what these films are showing is that you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna have ups and downs, and but that doesn't mean you can't still do good and be a good person. And I really think that's really about. It was everything like a good Bob superhero movie should be, and the same could be said about Captain Marvel, and really all of the movies that were on this list to be there. But with that said, I think that brings me, of course, to number one. Okay, okay, and you probably already guessed what number one what is. Okay, so without further ado, number one, the Avengers Endgame. Yeah, I know it's super typical, but with good reason. I mean, what else could it be? Because this movie was just like the mega of all superhero movies, and maybe the mega of all blockbuster movies. I mean, it's definitely one of the just most great epic scale blockbusters ever. Just squeeze so much stuff into so much great stuff. And every minute of it, like I loved like every freaking minute of it. Like even the parts that were more slow. I mean, it was an awfully long movie, but even the parts that were slow were still kind of had you on the edge of your seat and still kind of had your attention though, because they were still important because they were constantly building to something. And you know, on top of that, go along with what I said about the other two superhero movies is while they were dealing with kind of when you first become a superhero, and learn about your powers, and and how you want to do good in the world. You have the upside down where for first down. Now this one is dealing more with after you've had those powers for a while. You've been working and studying for a long time, and in the past you've mostly succeeded, but now though you've hit a pitfall. That's what's happened to our heroes in this movie. So now what we're seeing is an example of film being down a film like you film like you're filming, and how do we turn back around from here? And you see them really struggling, and a lot of them in the film are shown to have kind of just given up. And then there was others that say, no, we can't give up. Come on, we gotta do something. We gotta try. Uh, so of course, this obviously this is following the events of Infinity War. So without spoiling anything about either film, if you of course they obviously following Infinity War, they have hit of course uh, a really major downside, of course, in their superhero careers. And I think that was just such a great message to present that I like it when movies present it because don't give up just because you fail because life you're gonna fail, life you're gonna fail pop over and over and over again, and you gotta keep trying, you gotta keep going. That's a good message that I could definitely relate to. We've got a lot of stuff going on in our life recently, and I'm trying to learn from that myself. And how that relates to real life, of course, we don't have superpowers, but we all try to do good and be successful in life and be good people, and we want to do good in the world. Most of us, right? I mean, so it's just a reminder that you can't give up when you fail, and it's presented very well. This is probably one of the best movies I've seen uh, in a while. I mean, just it presented that message alone, the message of the that when you fall off the horse, you just gotta get right back on. You gotta find something. And even if you've hit I mean, these heroes hit like a mega downfall, and they had to learn that they still had to drive those, and no matter what's happened, you gotta try, and you gotta do that though. So on top of it just being one of the best movies I've seen recently, in terms of it just being a grand old blockbuster with all the stuff I love about blockbuster movies, superhero movies. So then on top of that, it's a really great message about not giving up even when you fail, and it's hit so very well. And I feel like at this point I should just wrap up though, because I mean, there's plenty more that I could say about that, but I feel like I've said enough though. But honestly, how do you top a movie like this? I mean, honestly, um, of course, I want to see the new Spider-Man, and it will be great because it'll be great to see a movie that's kind of following along with the events after this, because it was just nice that we don't have to wait a whole another year for another Marvel movie to come out, where we can see kind of the following aftermath of of Endgame. It's like we can go ahead and see one movie that's dealing with that now. But the new Spider-Man, like, it only has to be like half as good as Endgame, or yeah. I mean, about, close to half at least, because how do you top a movie like Endgame? It's very hard to do. So like, and obviously people have been studying how's Marvel gonna top this. Well, honestly, they don't have to top this. They just need to make some really great movies that are good after pieces to it. And if they're at least about half as good, then that's definitely good enough for me, because yeah, this is a hard movie to top for sure, definitely. And with that said, as always, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And goodbye, everybody.